Hi, good morning. My name is Olana Osborn, and I'm a full-time freelance videographer. What started as an Instagram handle in 2022, Olana Films, turned into my full-time business earlier this year. But as I was connecting with other creators who wanted to learn what I do, I realized that there was a massive gap in education opportunities for photographers, creatives, business owners, and communications professionals. So that's what I'm here to talk to you about today, but before I get there, I want to give you a little bit of backstory. 5 years ago, I was brand new to the world of content creation. I had just left my job as a news reporter, and on my first day at the CEP, Tamara sat down with me and she said, "We use the Adobe Suite, so you're going to be editing in Adobe Premiere." So I opened Adobe Premiere and looked at the screen and had no idea where to start. And that is not a unique case. So, sorry. I did what anybody does in the 21st century, and I turned to YouTube. Now, YouTube is a great resource because there is a wealth of knowledge on there. Sometimes too much information. So I ended up having a lot of surface level learning experiences where I would learn the same 5 to 10 skills from different tutorial channels with no context. So I would learn a skill, and I wouldn't learn what to do before or after applying that skill, and I wouldn't learn how to apply it in different types of video settings. Another issue I had was I would see something on my phone, and I would say, I want to learn how to do that for video, but I had no idea what that was called. So then I had to go sometimes 45 minutes on Google to learn the term of what I was wanting to learn before I could even learn it. So through this experience, I realized that there was not one central training course for creators, business owners, and communications professionals to learn how to create videos specifically for social media. So I made one. Introducing to you the Shoot Your Shot Reels Training Guide. Now what it is a simple and straightforward online training course that teaches creators, photographers, freelancers, communications professionals, and small business owners every single step of the shooting and editing process for social media. Now, the course gives you lifetime access, so not only for students, but also for businesses. They will retain ownership of this, or access to this course for every communications professional that they employ, as well as lifetime access for freelancers that join this course. And it gives you access to my exact shooting, editing, and posting routine. We cover a wide range of foundations, tips, and tricks that make students better and faster at creating eye-catching videos for social media. Here's what the course looks like. It's built-in teachable, and you have instant access to 10 modules, 4 bonus lessons, weekly live Q&A sessions so that students aren't left hanging if they can't figure something out. The last thing I want is for them to go back to the YouTube vicious cycle. So they can hop onto a live Q&A with me, and it's capped at 10 students at a time, and I walk them through any problems that they may be having. They also have 20 LUTs, which are like presets for photos, so they're filters. Imagine an Instagram filter for video. I've curated about 20 of those, and that really makes your video footage pop. It makes it more professional. You also have an on-the-go guide in case you can't remember how to do something that you learned in the course. There's a PDF version of that, and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So within the first month, if you go through the course and you say, I didn't learn anything, then we can talk about a refund for you. So here's what's inside. Let me take a sip really quick. So when I mentioned that we start with foundations, the most important thing is camera settings. But you don't have to have a full camera setup. I have students that start by shooting on their iPhone, and they may never want to upgrade to a camera setup. This course still applies. Or if they want to eventually, they just don't have the budget for that yet, you can still join this course and find value in it. So we start with camera settings, shooting handheld, because the last thing I want is for you to join this course and then say, oh, by the way, you also have to buy a $3,000 camera stabilizer to learn how to do this the right way. So I teach you how to shoot handheld, how to import and organize footage, where to get the music that you're going to be editing to, how to customize your Adobe Premiere, which is the editing software, how to edit to music, how to color correct your footage, which is a big part of making your videos look professional, making them pop, how to time remap and keyframe, which are really big words for just changing the speed and size of your video, but it's tricky to figure out if you're learning on your own, how to export videos, and how to upload them to social media. There's also 4 bonus lessons in there. So I teach students how to apply captions, closed captioning for your videos using Adobe's AI transcribing software, graphics, introductions to interviews. So in case you need a testimonial for your business, there's a lot of things you can do as an interviewer to lead people to questions, get answers that you want, how to have people open up, how to set them up on the camera. And these are things that unless you have a buddy that's willing to teach you how to do, you're not gonna know. There's also a topic or a lesson on the business side for freelancers about resources for business owners that are creatives and how to price your videos, and then a lesson on shooting safety, because I am a 2nd degree black belt and I would be remiss if I did not teach some of my young girls that are traveling the country how to stay safe when they're shooting. So here's the results that my students are seeing. What took me 5 years to learn how to do effectively is now taking them a day to 2 days. They take my course, and within a week, they are editing videos that took me 5 years to learn how to edit. So they are no longer crying because they're so frustrated and wanting to pull their hair out. Maybe that's just me, but I don't think it was just me. Now they're editing some videos in as little as 4 minutes. Now, that is shorter than what it takes a lot of people to edit in the app on your phone. They're transforming their social presence, and that's a guarantee that I have to be careful about, because it's not like you take the course, all of a sudden your followers start coming, right? You have to be consistent in posting in social media, but I have students that are now gaining from one video 800 to 1,000 followers. And so because they've been able to increase the quality of their production, now their audience is starting to come. They're landing more clients, not only for themselves, but also for the businesses they manage. And I mentioned that 1-day turnaround. So my students will typically join the course and watch it in 1 to 2 days. But the reason why you have lifetime access is because you might think you learned a skill, and then in 6 weeks you go to do it and you realize you don't actually know it. You need to be able to come back and make it muscle memory, and that's why my students have lifetime access. So the course retails for $11.50. That course for most of my students pays for itself in 1 shoot. And this is a lifetime access with that weekly access to me for help, so you have ongoing support. And I know that this is not a sales pitch, but I did create a discount code for people here. If you find that this would be helpful for you, you can use the code 1MC for $150 off. Okay, now I'd like to open the floor up for questions.
All right, round of applause for Olana. I'm sure we have some great questions.